To another edition of All About the Bass. I'm Nathan.
I'm Lee.
And today we're having a little look at some sort of modern but affordable basses. Is that the idea?
That's the idea, man. That's the idea. Yeah, so we've tried to pick the same sort of price point. You might have seen as well, there's another video we've done recently about more of the traditional side of a beginner market. So looking at more of a jazz bass, P-bass sort of style. And this is obviously coming into more of the humbucker, modern sound, a little bit more to play with.
Crazy shapes.
Crazy shapes, yeah.
Just getting away from that sort of, the old sort of style looking thing. So these are a bit more rad.
Look at these. Yeah, it's a little bit more sort of the curvature, very thin, very light, you know.
This one is a Sire
M2.
M2,
that's right. And these are one of the sort of newer guys to the market, you know, really. So as a bass company and as a company in general, they've been around for about 5-6 years, and new to the bass market relatively compared to the other guys. And I think it's just giving that other option, introducing a new brand to everyone, because I think everyone that's ever started that wants more of that modern sound, opposed to like a traditional jazz or a Fender style. Ibanez is one of the places you look, I think.
Well,
you know, and
absolutely, because they've been established for ages as making really good quality but affordable instruments.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And so you always get, I think that's one thing across the basses, that their acoustics, their electrics, always get a lot for your money with Ibanez. Yeah. So they do put a lot in for whatever price point you're going for. Yeah. But say, instead of, if you wanted to be a little bit different and say, come away from maybe what was is just habit of just going, oh yeah, just go for that, then see what the new boys are doing.
All right. So, well, I guess firstly, I mean, what money are we talking about for these?
So around £230. So that is 234.
Right.
And this one is 219.
Okay, so about £15 more for this one.
For that one, yeah.
Okay. And spec-wise, how do they measure up?
Absolutely, mate. Right. So we've both got mahogany as the body.
Okay.
Mahogany bodies on both. You've got maple neck on both as well. This one's a 5-piece. They get a little bit more rigidity. So you've got maple, walnut, maple.
Okay.
And this is a rosewood board as well as that.
Okay.
So similar on the actual construction. You've got slightly different. So this is like side design.
I see you've got a string through option on this one.
Not on this.
Okay.
So straight through the bridge on this one.
And you can also do it through the bridge on this one if you want.
And actually, while you just turned that over, mate, I just realised this is a 9-volt preamp on that.
Yep.
you've got 18 volts on that, so that is double the amount of headroom with the preamp. And for you guys, if you're not too sure on that, that's really the power that's powering all the extra gubbins you can play with on the bass before it gets to the amp. So you've got a little bit more to play with your own tone to instead of just relying on your amplifier.
Okay. I guess this is the same preamp as is in the other Sire basses.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So whether you're going for on the starter range around this sort of money, up to like their top end, which is the V9s, and they're about £700.
Right.
Same preamp.
Oh, wow.
Different pickups, so they'll slightly, voice the pickup slightly different.
Sure.
But yeah, same preamp throughout the whole range. Which
so these are, like you say, humbucking pickups, which is a bit more like the sort of Stingray, Music Man Stingray vibe.
That's it.
As opposed to the single coil that you're used to in jazz basses.
Yeah, which is a little bit thinner sounding. These are going to give a little bit more sort of rounded sound, a little bit more oomph.
Okay.
So yeah, and again, this is the SR300 Ibanez, and you're looking, say, same sort of construction with the body. The preamp, say, being 9 volt, it's very similar, except instead of active passive, which you get on this bass, so you can switch to a passive mode if you really want to do that. This is going to be active all the time, but you've just got a few different switching options for what happens to the pickups. So you've got power tap, series, and tap. So all you need to know about that really is it's different combinations of the magnets on the pickups it's picking up at different times. So it just gives you a slight variation on tone. Other than that, you've got pickup balancer, master volume, bass, middle, and treble. So
that's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. And then you've got the same, mate, but you've got a couple of extra little...
We have got some extra bits. So volume there.
Yeah.
Overall tone, which
right.
applies to both passive and active.
Yep.
Then on the active, when you kick the active circuit in, you've got treble, middle, and you can select the frequency, and then on the middle, and then the bass, and of course you've got a pickup, same as you've got like a pickup suite.
Yeah.
So you can have like back pickup, front pickup, or any combination of sort of in between the two.
Yeah, and that's quite nice because that's where it's like being able to pick the mid frequency you want to highlight is quite
on that EQ,
quite usable. Yeah,
yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's so this one is just say boosting the mid frequency or taking it away.
Yeah.
That one you can actually select from high to low mids on that, can't you? But and the overarching EQ is quite cool as well. So the tone, sorry. So even if you so you set your bass where you want, your middle and your treble, you can still warm it up or brighten it up. So,
yeah,
which is cool.
Yes.
So if there's anything else we've missed with the spec? No, I don't think so. That's pretty much how you're looking.
This is a kind of different shape. I mean, that's very much a sort of Ibanez. That's their stock in trade sort of body shape.
Yeah.
This obviously, I think Sire have done something a bit different. Do you know anything else that looks like this?
To be honest, no.
Stylistically?
I mean, there is one Ibanez in the range actually that they do called the BTB series, which has these extra kind of sharpened.
Pointy bits.
Sharpened points. Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks similar to that, but it hasn't got any of the contour in here, or to try and make it a little bit more ergonomic.
Right.
It's very much like this is what it is, and it's got a massive upper horn to it.
Well, hey!
Well, hey!
If only Pete was here.
Yeah. Burp. But say, I think you're right, man. They've nailed it with just something that's a little bit more original on the.
Yeah, and that's always nice to see something different, you know.
Yeah, I like the little point bit at the very end. You see that?
I know.
It like kind of goes into a point right at the end of the bridge.
It's like just vaguely limbicky, I suppose.
Oh yeah, good shout.
Ooh.
And the headstock's a bit of a talking point. People love it or hate it. On this particular model, this is slightly different to what you see on the V3s because that's more of a sort of Fender-esque style.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is it's very hard, I think, with headstock shape because that's the only thing that can really be trademarked.
Of course.
Really, so it's so hard, I think, when you've got all the classics out there to come up with just a headstock design.
Something individual and but good.
But good, and it works, serves its purpose to keep it stable. I like it, yeah.
That works. All right.
Cool.
So I suppose people need to know what they sound like.
Yes. Shall we start with yours, mate? Do you want to have a...
Yes.
Yeah?
done?
Yeah.
Have you quite finished?
Have I quite finished? Yes. So that was going for all the passive options there. So say back pickup, pickups together, and the neck pickup on its own with the overarching tone. Active mode. Then you heard most of it there, all with both pickups on. So just enhancing and taking away the bass, middle, and treble. But yeah, you can hear if you put the mid frequency right or the sort of level, mid level, right up, and then you just sweep that round. Say from the low to high mid, you hear that sort of that filter open up. It's picking up those higher mid frequencies, and yeah, you just got a real nice palette of stuff to just play with, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, lots of flexibility.
Yeah, because you can do all that what I was doing, but also with either say neck or back pickup as well. I didn't really get to that, but
sure.
So yeah, nice. How's it feel?
It's nice. Yeah, I think it plays really nicely as you come to expect from Sire.
Yeah.
The neck's finished really nicely. That's a lovely sort of satin finish there. And it's got it's got a slim sort of modern feel that you'd expect, you know. Yeah, very nice.
Love it.
Like it.
I'll tell you what, let's swap over. We want to play.
Yeah, man.
If you play one of those, there's three modes of the power switching. I'll stay in the series mode for now and go through the EQ, and then I'll do at the end to just show you just generally what that cutting does.
This does come off, by the way, just in
It
case you're
does.
wondering. This is just there to show you what it does.
Yeah. Volume, let's start on the back pickup. And the EQ, unlike the Sire, is always on. So you haven't got active, passive, so it's always all ready to go, but you can just take away frequencies if you wanted to. So everything's just based on 12 at the moment, so.
So, tell me, young man.
Wow.
How did that match up?
Really nice. No, it
Yeah?
is really nice. It's so I mostly kept it on that one sort of main series setting on the pickups.
Nice. It's got a meaty,
It really has, yeah.
zingy sort of tone, isn't
You
it?
can when you put it on the both pickups, just everything you actually EQ flat just as it is, and then bunch that top one, which I think is, I'll say a series, is it? Parallel. Latitude, longitude.
Consult the palette.
Tap. So that's tap. That's series. That's power tap. But yeah, they sound.
Tap modern ballet.
Yeah. Yeah.
All you need.
Again, it sounds really, really good. How does it play? Does it feel very similar? Was it actually?
It's nice. It's really, really good. Again, satin finish neck. And that's a kind of a preference for me anyway. I like that.
Yeah.
And nice and slim again. Got the real sort of modern feel.
What's the weight's like, mate? They're very, very similar.
Yeah, they are. To be honest with you, yeah. There's not a lot between them on that front.
Cool.
So yeah, of course, both worth mentioning that both have got 24 frets.
Oh, very true.
We haven't really spent any time up the dusty end, as it were, but you have got that option up there if you want to use it.
24 if you want to get up there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just to embrace the modern.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that full scale.
Yeah,
at the top.
Basically, what that means is you've got 2 octaves. So there's your first octave there. and there's your second octave there. And a lot of traditional basses then finish about here somewhere, don't they? So
It's like 20, 21 frets. Yeah.
yeah,
man,
so it's nice. It just gives it a little bit extra, you know.
Yeah, especially with that lovely chord. That chord you always. That's a
Yes.
nice one, isn't it?
I might play that later if you're very lucky.
Oh, go on.
I can't remember it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, that one.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, it's lovely. All right.
So what would you, if you had to pick one, what do you think?
Well, that's difficult, you know.
Because they're very, very. I mean, and the sound as well. Actually, I know that you've obviously got the active passive on this, but the sounds are really, really good on both.
Well, what do you think? Because you were obviously having a good listen to it. Playing wise, I can't really. Hang on, give me this one again.
Of course.
Yeah, playing wise, I can't really.
There's no real.
I can't really split them up. You know?
No,
they're,
fine.
They're both very nice.
I mean, I would probably do it as, you know, I do love the mid frequency. So you know what the Sire do with that part of the preamp, just being able to pick what frequency to highlight.
Yeah, I suppose that makes this more versatile. I mean, what this does is great because it sounds nice.
Yeah, that's it.
But then this has the added sort of versatility of the parametric EQ.
Yeah. Active passive mode actually.
Active passive mode is nice too. Yeah. So maybe you're just getting a bit more sonically. Plus you got your 18 volt preamp.
Yeah.
And
a little bit more headroom, but you'd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
I suppose really then this would probably edge it for me.
Yeah, I think I'd say the same just for what you get. But I mean, actually, side by side, it's very, very, very close.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of it might come down to, you know, obviously, but it always comes down to your personal opinion. Yeah. You might just think that looks nicer. You might think this looks nicer. You might think that sounds better. You might think this sounds better.
Yeah.
They're very similar in price. There's hardly anything between them.
Yeah, that's it. It's like 18 quid, you say? Yeah, I think it's 18.
Yeah, or 15.
Something like that, 15 quid.
15, I think.
Yeah.
It's really down to you guys at home, you know. But they're both very nice, very affordable basses.
Yeah, that's it. And it's what the legends, as it were, these guys that have been around for a long time, what they've been doing and what they offer for this sort of money, and say the new boys on the block, as it were, you know, what they can do, and say you tend to see this with slightly lesser known brands, like we said before, they'll try and up the ante a little bit from against their competitors, obviously to try and draw you in. And
I think that's always been Sire's thing, is just going the extra mile with the features.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the preamp, you know, it itself is worth. You know, the price of the bass, I think.
I think you're right. You get a set of humbucking pickups and a preamp that you want to put into a bass.
You get a free bass chucked in.
Free bit of wood to go along with the electronics.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Really, what you can get for the money these days. So yeah, very nice.
Well, look at that. I hope this has been helpful. Say all you modern bass players out there, or say you might have looked at this and gone, no, I really want the traditional type.
If you do want a traditional one, go and check out our other video. Because
absolutely.
We've also AB'd a couple of traditional. We've AB'd a Sire and a Squire.
Sire v Squire.
Check that out too. And then that might give you some more food for thought. You know, and these are great basses. Obviously, if you're just starting out, you know, you don't want to spend too much money, but you want a decent quality bass.
Oh, absolutely.
These are great, as are the other ones that we looked at. Or maybe you just want to upgrade. Maybe you're starting off with something real cheap, you know. Yeah. And then you just want to upgrade from there. Again, these are great options, you know.
Absolutely.
I do like, because the traditional basses are great, but I like the extra dusty end room thing up there. It's nice. Just because it means it's easy to play further up the neck for me.
I think you're right. I think I've never really had a 24 fret bass, but when I start to play, it's like, oh,
yes,
yeah, I can see now.
It just kind of opens. You don't necessarily need to get all the way up here, but it just kind of opens up this bit a bit more.
I think you're right. And especially when I get to 20. Normally, and especially if I'm like, where is the E? Oh yeah, okay, it's up there.
Yeah.
But just seeing the octave in front of it, I think it does just maps it out a little bit easier for you as well, doesn't it? But anyway, we digress.
We are rambling on. And we have to go.
Yeah. Tune, man.
Oh.
That's old Zeppelin.
Oh, don't get me started. Anyway, listen, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been Nathan.
I've been Lee.
And great stuff. See you next time.
See you soon.
Bye now. Cool.
Wicked.
done.